host the Dallas Mavericks at Chase Center. Today for both teams with all of the center. He was out here warming up for about 10 minutes, but still weeks away. Dallas will start with possession. Here's Dante Exum playing in just his 9th game of the season. He's been out due to injury for most of the year, but a big player that Jason Kidd, very dangerous getting downhill.
This is interesting, Dave. You talk about small ball. If you're a fan of small ball, you're going to like this game because the tallest guy is about 6'7", 6'8" on the floor.
Here's Butler. No good on the three. Butler scored. 2 other Warriors have done that. Wilt Chamberlain and Kevin Durant. There's P.J. Washington hitting.
Center probably the rest of the way. Likes to limit his minutes, but that's what he gives you right there. Those guys have been doing that.
Almost 6 assists per game. Steph Curry has scored 20 points or more in 8 straight. That's a season high. Kessler Edwards with a free path to the basket.
Distance early for this Warriors defense.
Edwards making his 8th start of the season, and now he's going to defend Jimmy Butler on the other end. That pass through the lane and into the hands of Kyrie Irving, attacking Podziemski, hanging, can't flip it in. Batted out towards midcourt. Moses Moody collects. Here's Green in transition. Misses it. Keeps it alive, though. Dallas ball. Clay catch and shoot for 3. Thompson got a big ovation. 3rd time, as you said, playing in this building. Didn't see a lot of captain hats, though, like we saw in November when he made his first appearance here as a member of another team.
The numbers are huge. No surprise, Clay's made many threes in this building, but it's the accuracy that's impressive.
Nice pass by Exum and the slam. Edwards and an early timeout by Steve Kerr. Great energy for Dallas with a 9-4 lead.
Curry telling me it's just giving us a challenge, trying to figure things out on the fly. It's a skill set we haven't had, as he's a unique player. He said every possession doesn't feel as hard, and it's nice to have somebody else carrying the weight as we figure things out. And he says it's kind of fun, and they're hoping they can get the good times rolling into a strong playoff push and figure things out here going forward, Dave.
All right, Cassidy, Bob, I know it's only a snapshot out for the Warriors with Jimmy Butler in the lineup.
I think the thing a lot of people miss, Dave, is when you're putting a team together is you're trying to get the pieces that fit, right? That sounds pretty simple. How do you get pieces that fit? He really complements what they didn't have. The Warriors have been a high turnover team, a little erratic. It's worked for them. Moody knocks down the 3. Stabilizes them. He doesn't turn the ball over, and he gets to the free throw line, and he defends at a high level. So a lot of the things they were lacking, he delivered on.
Dunleavy just saw him. He was a teammate at one point of Jimmy Butler, so felt comfortable with Butler coming and helping out the locker room. I know that was a question some had as Washington hangs and had it blocked by Podziemski.
I think that was a big factor in it. Dunleavy was able to say, I know Jimmy, and yeah, he's has his moments, but he's a competitor, and that pushed the trade through. Part of that matters is you don't know what you're getting, Dave, when you make trades. You don't really know. They invested a lot of money in it. It wasn't just the trade, it was the 2 years of money afterwards, so having that was helpful.
Thought it was interesting when we talked with Steve Kerr before the game. Andre Iguodala is getting honored today as number 9. Will be raised to the Raptors after the game as Irving misfires on the 3. Kerr compared Butler's impact to that of Iguodala when he came here, and obviously you can speak to that because you helped bring Andre Iguodala.
And then you take advantage of all the shooting around you and all the movement and the spacing, and it really is a similar fit with Butler and Iguodala.
Edwards can't get the push shot. Podziemski rebounds. 5-0 run. Butler driving on Thompson, and a foul. And they're going to stay on the floor. Thompson didn't like the call anyway.
Berkeley, like I said, not all games count the same.
Butler with the slam. Draymond Green with the find. That tandem has been terrific so far. They have really gelled quickly.
Yeah, both know how to play off the ball, on the ball, and that's just a huge advantage. Just knowing how to play the game and surrounding yourself with guys like that, willing passers.
7 straight points for the Warriors. Butler on Washington. Curry coming off the screen. Steph, 1 of 2 from the floor, turns it over there. Thompson up the floor. Hits Irving, who tried to draw the foul on Butler, got out of the way. Podziemski left-handed down court. Green to the trailer. Steph. Curry hangs. And it rolls around and drops for his 2nd basket.
Kyrie, unusual, one of the best finishers in the game, and just lost his footing there.
9 straight Warrior points. 3-pointer no good from Marshall. To 2 years ago when he was in college, averaged almost double figures as a rebounder. Najee Marshall trying to defend Curry. Curry driving and finding a wide open Green. Three no good. Pinballs around. Irving tracks it down. Marshall drives. Washington spots up. Three is almost an air ball. Just grazed the rim. Curry has it now. Down court to Draymond. Green attacking. Fouled by Irving. First on Kyrie. Second Dallas foul.
Tremendous.
And Green knocks down the first free throws. We look at our upcoming win over Denver. Will face his former team for the first time.
It's fascinating, this Dallas. But look, Dallas has probably the three best, most depth at center of any team in the league, Dave, and they're all hurt. I mean, Anthony Davis, Gafford, and Lively, you don't get a better top to bottom center position, and they don't have any of them available. So it's hard to judge this team and certainly that trade. This guy, we know what he does, and
right?
Yeah, of course. But look, in the history of the league, we've seen a lot of big trades. It never got off the ground. I mean, you look at Phoenix with Beal, Durant, Booker. You don't really know, right? But that one, as far as surprise, Dave, yeah, number one most surprised on that one.
Step off the bounce, cans a three. First triple of the day for Curry. 206 on the year, and it's a 13-0 run. Marshall fires underneath. Might have been a travel, and it was on Prosper.
Well, this is where
Kyrie Irving went off. Curry 3 of 4 shooting so far. Pulls up, can't bank it home. Tipped out to Prosper. Irving, he'll pull up. And misfire again. Rebound Hield. Irving struggling so far. 0 for 5 from the field. Dinwiddie defending Curry. Max Christie, who came over as part of that trade for Luka Doncic. He's out there. Count the basket. And the foul. A three-point chance. And Curry on the cusp of double figures just 7 minutes into the game.
And he hasn't been getting out. But Jimmy Butler, Draymond promised it, Dave. He said they're going to win the trophy. But look, the fact that he said that, he wasn't saying that before the Butler trade, so he must feel very, very good about it.
Well, there's no question as Christie misses, just a belief that's back.
Sure.
And that's because of the presence of Jimmy Butler, the energy. You mentioned the word stability again that he brings.
Yeah, again, I mean, and just the experience, really. The guy has played high-level basketball in the playoffs for quite some time, and very well. And to get a guy like that, you just know what you're getting on a team that has a lot of feel about the Jimmy Butler addition. It's just huge. It's just a huge thing, and that's why the Warriors felt at the deadline they had to do something.
Here's Hield, misfire on the three, and rebounded by nothing run, but it came to an end on that last possession. Christie's been great. He's short on that one, but since coming over from the trade, he scored. That's a personal best. Looney draws the foul. He had the smaller Irving on him, and that is Dwight Powell and Daniel Gafford. Had to have somebody give him some minutes as a big, so they signed Moody recently to a 10-day contract, played 11 minutes in their last game Friday, a win over the Pelicans.
That's the worst thing about being a GM. You feel like I've got the center position at least under control. And
Moses Brown spent some time with Dallas back in 2022. He's on his 6th team in 6 years out of UCLA. Brown is some kid. And talking with him last week when they beat the...
They need this time to find out if Jason Kidd's right. That's the question. Because he might be right. Maybe you do need 2 bigs, and Cleveland's probably the best example of that. Two maybe non-shooting bigs. You can see Anthony Davis can shoot the 3. It's not the best thing he does, but he's capable of doing it. Boston plays bigs that shoot all kinds of 3s. So if they're going to play 2 bigs, Anthony Davis is going to have to be encouraged to shoot more from there, because that's not what Gafford does. That's not what Lively does. But you need time to try it, Dave, and that's why they want to get these guys back as soon as they can.
Butler from mid-range cans it. Hoop on the other end for Dallas. Christie's 3rd year out of Michigan State, was a 2nd-round pick by the Lakers in 2022. Marshall, corner 3 is there. 3-point shooter, around 32%, but Davis.
Warriors came out in a zone there, and that's the right shot in the zone. Find the open shot, the corner 3. Good job by Marshall.
Santos gets the offensive rebound off the Pajemski miss. Butler, contact, he'll go to the line. Washington picks up the foul. Jimmy Butler.
Not what Butler does, but Butler's so good at getting angles and gets the free throw line.
And celebrates this community. Scan to learn more. Dave Pashbaugh up by 8, inside 2 to play in the opening quarter. Butler with 6 points. A turnover by the Mavs. Santos ahead to Pajemski. He'll pull up for 3. It's good.
He's playing with a lot of confidence. Pajemski went through some struggles early, but starting lineup for him has been huge. And he's just playing more free, simpler. I mean, that's what we keep talking about. The complexity of this, the decision-making of this offense, but Butler just cleans things up. He just slows things down. Not so hectic for this Warriors group, and this isn't something they need.
Pajemski to the basket. Warriors have their large advantage.
And this is where, if you're Dallas, you're watching, going, "Wow, you know, this is a struggle. We're not getting anything going." They're hoping Anthony Davis can really erase a lot of what we're seeing here. It's just Warriors are not known for getting to the rim. They're getting there very easily this first quarter.
That was Santos, and now another steal. Hield finds Butler down the middle of the paint, and he's fouled. 2 on Washington. More free throws for Golden State, who look like a different.
Playing looser in a more confident way.
Dinwiddie got the foul, his second. Butler not throw. Steph on the bench with 10 points, 7 for Butler. With the acquisition of Butler, now we still have 2 months left to the playoffs. About 25
shot at making the top 6 than Dallas, even though Dallas has got the better record.
Here's Brown down the lane. He's fouled. Oh, traveled first. Has not scored. He's 0 for 5 from the floor. Butler's 3, not there. Santos, another offensive rebound. Hield on the step back. Another miss. Christie. Game and shot clocks here at the end of the opening frame. Marshall drives underneath and a block. Brown got it back and scores. He will wait for it. Clock starts on the touch. 4 seconds to go. Pajemski harassed, gets the 3 away in front of the Warrior bench, but it's no good. So Golden State
attacking the rim. We got off to a hot start, so we got to get some stops and settle in.
And part of that hot start was Steph. This league has been trying to figure out ways to stop him for a long time now. But what are some ways you can limit his productivity going forward?
Just effort. It takes a team. Like I said, we just got to settle in. It's an early game. Get together as a team.
For Dallas with 5 points. Meanwhile, a basket by Draymond Green, and then that too small motion he made it to Iguodala too, as he was looking up the floor at his old teammate after he schooled a possession for the Mavericks, who are shooting 33%. A turnover. Here's Irving, 0 for 5 from the floor in that first quarter. Edwards misses. Irving tips it up and in for his first.
These 15-point leads don't make them like they used to, right? I mean, these swings in NBA games now, they're never over, right? Till the very end, clearly. But this is the 3-point shot makes it such a different game.
Great response there by Edwards to make the play defensively and get the block. Edwards in his 4th year out of Pepperdine. Irving through the lane out to Washington. Thompson got the defender off his feet. Clay thought he was fouled. In the 2 previous games here at Chase Center, he was 13 of 23 from behind the arc. Pajemski left alone, around and out. And until he was interrupted by somebody during his shooting drills.
I was going to say hi, Dave. I mean, I know the
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Warriors by 16. Thompson drives and called for the offensive foul. His second personal.
Yeah, a little frustration there.
They're 4-1 since they made their blockbuster move for Jimmy Butler. Here is Butler. He's got 9 points so far, 5 of 5 at the line. Finds post in the corner, and the 3 is good. Boy, he's been shooting lights out. 7.
Butler, though, I mean, Post did his job knocking it down, but Butler just, he never seems like he's rushed, in a hurry. Great basketball player, just an entire complete game.
Thompson drives, turns it over again. Moody in the open floor. Warriors have numbers. Irving had to be careful not to pick up his 3rd foul. He got the clean strip. Moody finds the ball again and missed the shot. Butler tracks it down, shovel the post, and Post with the slam.
Timeout. Jason Kidd is getting away from a little bit here. 21 points down in the second quarter, but they're getting beat, Dave, to all the loose balls, the energy. Dallas came out, but the Warriors responded, up 21. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Lead is 21 for Golden State. The Mavs actually led 9-4. They had 4 early baskets, but only 5 since. Exum corner 3, got it. Dante.
And Jason Kidd likes him. He'll play him long minutes in big games. He's got the big size, and with that three-point shot that he's now become very good at, a big weapon for this team.
Here's Post on the back, down with the shot clock at 3, and Post fouled. Post playing in his 19th game. He started 7 this year for Golden State. The Warriors, they're still losing. Joel Embiid benched last night. They lost a key game to Brooklyn, who right now has the upper hand on them to try to get closer to the play.
And it's just, you just never know, right? We talked about the Luka trade, all the criticism around Dallas. Well, Sixers signed Paul George. A lot of teams wanted to sign Paul George, and a lot of people have the Sixers in the top 3 of the East. And you got to play the games, and that's why the NBA is so excited. You got to play it out and see how it all finishes.
Here's Green all the way to the basket, but missed the layup. Exum racing up the court, almost had it knocked away by Santos. Marshall, extra pass. Edwards has to pull it out. Shot clock down to 5. Exum again getting into the paint. Edwards in and out. Rebound Post.
A great recovery there. That was a really solid defensive possession.
Draymond Green's his 9th straight game back after missing 7 in a row because of injury. A Warriors turnover leads to a dunk in transition for Edwards.
That's his patience.
May have to bleep some of that out depending on the player.
I know.
Got a foul here as Christie pushes Payton to the ground. That's the 2nd team foul on Dallas here in the quarter.
We keep mentioning it, Dallas missing all their bigs, but they've been getting blown by on the perimeter too.
Dallas has won 3 straight, longest since a 7-game win streak in November, December, before Doncic got hurt on Christmas Day. That's when the slide started for the Mavericks. Santos saved it, but right to Thompson. He'll pull off, miss another one. He's 0 for 3. 3rd game back. The previous 2, he was lights out. And now he's defending Curry here. Steph had 12 straight points to beat Thompson and the Warriors in one of the games earlier this year. Post working hard on the glass. Can't get it to fall. Saved. Marshall looking to attack Curry. Goes right at his chest. And a foul called on Curry. That is his first and the first on Golden State in the quarter.
Yeah, Clay, they're going to need Clay. He's played tremendous here. Tough start here. Quarter. He took his boat over here.
Had you done it, you would have won a 5th championship. You guys probably would have beaten Toronto.
That's right. That's right. That's right. All right. Guaranteed one this year. I'm not part of it. They're going to get it.
Draymond Green making that promise recently. Here's Curry, and he can't bury it. Rebound Marshall. Curry 1 for 3 from out there. Marshall underneath to Prosper. They work it around to Christie. Good look. Irving drills it. Kyrie Irving with his first 3-pointer, and Dallas back within 13.
Of the ball, Mavericks at least giving themselves a chance to dig into this big lead here.
Santos, as Marshall fell down, can't answer, but Looney, a big part of all the championship with the Warriors with the stick back.
Big bucket there. Dallas trying to make a push. Looney getting that putback.
Kyrie Irving averaging 29 points per game in the month of February, scored 30 or more in 6 of his last 13 games. Prosper inside. Started 4 games this year, 2nd year out of Marquette. Payton. Nice find. Moody in the corner. Couldn't get airspace. Prosper right there to greet him. Moody underneath to Looney. Got stripped. Moody cleans it up, though, and lays it home.
Down there, they're trying, but it's just tough without any kind of size at the rim.
Christie comes up short on the triple try. Out of bounds. Looney touched it.
Now it's Kyrie Irving trying to do the job of a 7-footer. And the good news is, again, I don't know if maybe Cassidy knows, but that guy's coming back. I think Gafford's coming back. Lively's the one I don't quite know.
The countdown today said still a few weeks away for Anthony Davis. They're expecting all of them to have a reevaluation here in the next couple weeks. Washington soars to the rim, double clutch and stuff.
Hanging around. If Dallas, 10 points is nothing at the half. They just got to stay connected. Steve Kerr sees the same thing, doesn't like the feel of things. Nico and Rob knew each other so well because Nico represented Kobe at Nike, and obviously Rob is Kobe's agent. So it's a small world, but I do think relationship. I don't underestimate the fact that can really help you get a deal done. People are going to comment on whether it was a good or bad deal, but getting a deal done, a trade done, is very difficult. And I think that history, that trust, helped those guys get there on the deal.
Did you make trades with guys either you didn't know or didn't like? You don't have to name names. As bodies hit the floor, they're trying to tie up Pajemski.
I can't answer that question on ABC.
Oh, I didn't say you
didn't know, didn't like. How much time do we have? No.
Just 16 points for Golden State in the second. Curry with 12 points, tried to throw it down court. Butler tipped it to Hield, and the Mavericks have the ball. Marshall, a team-high 7 points off the bench for Dallas. Spent his first 4 seasons with New Orleans. Washington doubled. Marshall on the drive, puts it in.
Not respecting Marshall's 3 at all, playing a lot of help defense, but again, this is the issue. You know, Dallas.
Third team foul on Dallas. Draymond Green, 7 points. And a 2 of 3 at the line. Boston beating the Knicks. Green knocks down both free throws.
And neither team shooting well from 3, both around 25%. But that's the difference right there. The Warriors are getting to the free throw line, and that's not what they do well.
Marshall no good on the 3. Without that size to get offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. Oh, what a drive by Butler, shaking Marshall and putting it in off the window.
His footwork too. It reminds me of Brunson. I mean, people overlook footwork, and he just creates those angles. He's so strong and smart. And once he got by, it was easy.
Lob pass broken up. Pajemski trying to save it. Butler to Curry. Fires to Hield. Rhythm bounce. And a 3.
The hustle play again. Jimmy Butler's going to get no credit for that, but he secured that. It was a jump ball, him and P.J. Washington. Jimmy Butler doesn't miss out on too many 50-50 balls.
Laid back to 20. Short. Marshall. 9-2 run by Golden State. Curry telling Pajemski to reverse it over to Hield. Curry trying to get free from Dinwiddie. Butler drives, foul, count the basket, and a 3-point chance. That's 13 now for Butler in his first game at home since he was traded here to the Warriors.
Again, he's doing it 13 points. He wanted to get money, to get paid.
And he got it here.
He got it. And so, you know, when you get a motivated Jimmy Butler, there's Mike Dunleavy who made the deal. Hats off. This Warriors team picked the direction, is his words. We picked the direction, we picked the course, and Butler good.
They're currently 2 games above 500. They have not been 3 above 500 in 2 months. Let's check in with Cassidy.
Yeah, I spoke to Steve Kerr about his understanding of Jimmy's ability to elevate his game on the biggest stages as Steph gets an acrobatic basket to go, aka playoff Jimmy, guys, and how that can help them as they're already talking about these final 26 games as playoff mode. And he told me his ability is all encompassing, saying there's more margin for error. He seems to solve so much stuff out there that the game keeps moving, saying they're feeling this connection to the game within the game that is powerful, and it comes directly from him. He says he's kind of an old school player. He's got this swagger and this nature of what this team has needed, guys.
He led Miami to the finals 2 out of 4 years, and both times they were not in the postseason, but not him.
Well, you could simply call him a winner. That's what he does. He wins at a high level.
About a 4-second difference in the game in shot clocks after the Curry miss on the other end. Now a Warriors foul. Check that, foul's on Hield. Inside, Washington with the basket. Double him right at midcourt. He made one from that spot in the game at the All-Star game here last weekend. Instead, Pajemski with the shot. No good at the buzzer.